That was a solid 10 hours. I needed that. I am absolutely starving. So I'm going to grab some brekkie and grab a shower. Okay, so breakfast time. Absolutely no idea what to expect, to be honest with you. It's cost me, that's echoey, an extra sort of £6 a night, so I'm not too sure. But we'll soon find out.
Let's move.
So I've gone for the pancakes. Looking good.
Just feel it.
So I've gone for some jam on toast as well, and also some Vegemite. So yeah, I don't like Marmite. Not a fan. Also, by the way, hot tub's on. But I have gone and got myself some Vegemite on toast. I'm going to give it a go. If I don't like it, I can leave it. There it is. There's my Vegemite. So we'll give it a try. I'm going to divide a lot of Australians and people across the world. I don't like that. One thing I haven't tried out yet is the fact that they've got a spa, sort of, like a steam room and a sauna, and a hot tub and pool. Take a look at this. Will I be going in the hot tub and pool? Yeah, maybe. Maybe later. Certainly not at 8 o'clock in the morning, but yeah, that's how I feel. Oh, that's ever so warm. I bet the pool isn't. No. I'm not going for a swim. Let's turn the spa on. There we go. Bubbly, bubbly. Oh, that'll be nice. Oh, you can smell the chlorine. Yeah, the sauna's warm as well if you fancy it. Okay then, so breakfast over. That was good. I have been made aware, however, something that I need to address before you all start shouting at me about the Vegemite scandal, is that actually I've eaten it wrong. I've put far too much Vegemite on my toast, and that's not how you eat it. So I need to try again. So tomorrow I'll be trying Vegemite, and apparently you meant to put it on very thinly, very liberally, so I put far too much on. I mean, I think that's probably people just trying to make an excuse for the fact they didn't like it, but at least I can say I've tried it down under. Pancakes were good, peaches and everything was good. I was expecting like a buffet sort of thing, as opposed to like you order from an a la carte menu and they give you something, but it was good. I will be going back tomorrow. Right, now, I'm going to pack a bag, get some water, and I'm going to be mainly on foot then. For the rest of the day, I'm going to walk to Adelaide Oval, Adelaide Botanical Gardens, and into the city to have a look around. So I'm currently walking down to the city centre, basically. It's hot, and there's a big pig here. Take a look at this big pig. Hey big pig, that's the pink pig. Ah, wish I had a green Swift. So I've been walking for about 10 minutes and I'm heading into the Broughton Victorian Gardens. Lots of green spaces up here in North Adelaide. It's actually sort of quadranted. Don't take this out of context and use it as a clickbait title, but I'm looking for a cockatoo. Yeah, last time I came there was a whole host of cockatoos on the ground, so I'm looking for them because that's where they might be. I think I found the flaming galah. And actually, fun fact, in my house, in my fireplace, I've got loads of these big pine cones, which are actually from this park. Yeah, they've been in my fireplace for about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now. There's lots of birds in this tree. but no cockatoos, which is a shame, so I'm going to go down to the botanical gardens and see if I can find some there. A couple of noisy lorikeets, and as soon as I've got my phone out, they've buggered off. Here's a nice old church, and behind it, the Adelaide Oval. Not a cockatoo, but an ibis. There's the Adelaide Oval then, where just before Christmas some terrible cricket was played, and not by the Aussies, by our lot, as part of the Ashes. You can do a rooftop walk of the Adelaide Oval, and I did look into it. It's $130, which is, I don't know, about 80 quid. I would have done it at twilight, but I just don't have time to do it. It would have been given a good view of sort of the city and all around, but something for you to do if you fancy it. So through the centre of the city runs the Torrens River. You won't probably want to swim in it, but you can take boats up and down it and kayak along it. We're going to see the Torrens in a minute. Last time I came I did see some pelicans on the river, so we may see some pelicans. Yeah, so we'll have a walk across the bridge. I'm heading into the actual city centre. I was going to go to the zoo today and see the pandas, but it's a bit warm for pandas, to be honest with you. It's a bit warm for the zoo as well. There we go, there's the river, or part of it. Part of me is considering using one of these hire scooters. Never done that before, that might be quite cool. So I've decided to download this Beam app here and get myself one of these little scooters. But when I go back to my hotel, so when I've finished later, rather than walking back to the hotel, I'm going to get one of those scooters hopefully and scooter back to the hotel. What a genius I am! So I think I'm going to have a wander down to the South Australian Museum, the Art Gallery of South Australia, which should get me into the cool, because it is roasting in the city. This is a bad idea, this was. It is about 32 degrees. Purposefully walking in the shade. I'm uphill as well. So I've just used the public toilets. It's one of these, you press the button and then it locks you in, and as is standard, some bloke walked in while I'm in the toilet. Good facility, and then also all around the city, stay hydrated, as Modest Pelican would say. Warm. This was genuinely a terrible idea, probably. Because again, 36 degrees now and I'm sweating. But I'm going to grab one of those blooming scooters home and I'm going to go into the museum and have a look around. Oh, the Centre of Democracy. Not going in, but there's the State Library. And here's the South Australian Museum, which I'm going in. Aha, my plan worked because of aircon. It's not too much in here, to be fair. Aboriginal art, giant squid, stuffed animals, ancient Egypt stuff. We can have a look around. I spotted a boomerang. Pull for boomerangs. Oh yeah. Cool. That was okay to cool down for 10 minutes. I'm going to go to the Art Gallery of South Australia because I think this is going to be better. What a big shiny egg. That was good to get out of the sun for 15 minutes. I'm going to go into the main city centre now and probably do a bit of shopping. I need to buy some shoes. Last time I came here I got some fantastic boots and I like what I like, and I've worn them out. So I'm going to see if I can get some more. Did you even go into Rundle Mall if you didn't see the mall's balls? There they are. There's the balls behind me, there they are. I'm off to Kmart because I quite like seeing stuff like that. Oh, and the Adelaide Arcade. I want to go on that lift that's on the external of Kmart. Joyriding not permitted in the lift. What are they going to do? Kick me out? Maybe. Got to the top of the lift. Got told off. Got sent back down sheepishly. Owing to the fact that it's 36 degrees, I'd forgotten that it was Christmas time. I've spotted a Target, so I'm heading there now. I bloody love a Target. On the hunt for Proton Hot Wheels. Because I'm a massive tourist, been to Macca's, and I'm sampling their loose change menu. It's basically a hamburger for $2, so like a pound. I also got some sort of chicken and cheese whatever. Gonna find a bench to sit on. Take a look at that, chicken and cheese, like £1.50. I got 2 burgers for £2.20. Bargain. Terrible. The mighty $1 hamburger. Wow. What does that shop sell? Grass and things. For those of you that shouted at me in my last video and said, John, you didn't see any Tim Tams. Now I've seen some Tim Tams. Here we go, got all the Tim Tams. I prefer the originals. Aha! And TV snacks as well, I'd forgotten about those. That must be cashing in. Bluey pizza flavoured snacks. Is that the same as Shapes pizzas? What a great export. Check out the massive shiny pigeon. You've also got to check out the pigs. The Rundle Mall pigs, here they are. Decided to take the tram to South Terrace to go to the garden, the Japanese garden. Nice and easy. And actually, the journeys I've done are free. So good news. So I'm heading to the Himeji Japanese garden, and it was gifted to the city of Adelaide by the city of Himeji back in the 80s, I think. I have been here before, but I bloody love a Japanese garden, so I'm going again. It's an absolute scorcher. There's some of them thingies here, scooters. I may hire one now. Bearing in mind, actually I've decided against a scooter for now because it costs $1 just to hire it and my Japanese garden's there. So I'll hire it when I go back, I think. Right, so I'm still looking for a cockatoo. Please take that out of context if you fancy it. Beautiful view of the Adelaide Hills here, by the way, and a beautiful view of sort of the suburbs of the city, maybe the outskirts of the city. But it's hot, 30 odd degrees. Sweet Mary and the Orphans, it's hot. 1:30. Don't forget, as the modest pelican said, stay hydrated. Here's a cool Subaru Ute. That would do me, wouldn't it? This was further than I expected, walking. Wowza. Every time I pass one of those scooters to hire, I think, nah, it's okay, I'm nearly there. I am not nearly there. John, you're not showing us many interesting cars today. Well, no, actually, because I haven't seen anything hardly interesting today. I've seen the ute, and that's about it. I made it to the Japanese garden. I don't know if you can see this guy, like a little turtle there. And another one, there he is, just chilling out. Living his best life. So for those of you who have seen videos of me in my garden, you will see there are Japanese inspired things. We've got food dragons, we've got the moon gates and all that sort of stuff. You may be wondering, John, where has your love for Japanese gardens come from? Is it grandparents, great-grandparents, friends, family? No, it's from Peasholm Park in Scarborough. When I was a child, we always used to holiday in Scarborough, and if you know Peasholm Park, it has a Japanese garden, and I fell in love with it as a kid, and I've loved it ever since. So my love for Japanese gardens comes from North Yorkshire. So, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that was the Japanese garden. Nice and peaceful. It was very nice, I enjoyed it. Was it worth the trek? Probably not. Anyway, so I'm going to hire a scooter. Now I've decided, I've looked at the no-go zones. My hotel is not in the no-go zone, so I can basically ride it all the way back to my hotel. It's 51 cents a minute and $1 hire fee. Never done this before. I'll look a wally with my helmet on, but safety first. 2 o'clock, as I say, I'm going to go back to my hotel and get showered because I stink. And then I'm catching up with Ryan and his girlfriend Emma and probably Billy this evening, and we're going to go down to the beach and get some fish and chips because the British guy is here. So that's tonight's plan. They've got work tomorrow, so it won't be a late night. I'm shattered. The heat has really taken it out of me and I'm still jet lagged. But not much driving today. I'll drive to Ryan's and I'll bring you the journey. I may, if I can, do the drive-through Cornish pasty. I may not. We shall see. And then tomorrow, beach day. I'm going to do sort of boardwalks and beaches and the seaside. That's my plan. And then I'm going to Ryan's parents' house. They have a swimming pool. It gives 42 degrees highs tomorrow, so it's a good idea to have a bit of a chill out day. Anyway, I'll get on my scooter, see how this goes. Okay, here is my scooter according to the app. So I've got to scan it and sign in. Nice. That appears to be my new favourite way ever to get around anywhere. 16 minutes that took me. Brilliant. That was great fun. I wish I could have strapped a GoPro or something to me. You could have seen how terrible I was at riding that. $11.80 that cost. What's that? £6.50 to get back from quite a long way away. I was riding for 17 minutes altogether, so nearly 20-minute journey. Better than an Uber, and that was great fun. I've never done that before, and I can say I've done it now. So I'm back in my hotel. I think I might go check out the swimming pool, actually, because I'm a bit early to meet my friend. If it's not busy, I'll go for a swim.
Well, it's that time of the day then, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're in the Swift. And it's been parked in the shade, miraculously, so the aircon has done a good job. I'm off to Ryan's house to see him and Emma and Billy, and we're going to go get some chips on the beach. So the annoying thing is the sat-nav in the Swift is not up to date. So everything that it says, Ryan's house is a new build, is all out of date. So I've got to sort of get myself semi there, and then once I'm semi there, find my way. I think this time I should be able to do it. I didn't go in the swimming pool, didn't go in the hot tub because it was full of people, and me being socially awkward, did not want to have to speak to beautifully bikini-clad young ladies and their partners, which is a shame. So it's 14 kilometres to Ryan's house. It says I'm going to get there at 10 to 5. I'm not 100% certain that's going to be the case because, well, it's rush hour, isn't it, that I'm leaving. It's the time that everyone's leaving work and stuff. So I may be running a bit late.
Follow the road for 300 metres.
Let's give that a clean.
Turn right after 250 metres and follow Jeffcott Street.
I'm enjoying driving in Adelaide so
Please
far.
turn second right.
Yeah, I will do. This lady's very demanding. So last time I came was the spring, and all these trees here are Jakarta, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Obviously no Jakarta this time of year, but yeah, if you know what Jakarta is, it's all sort of like blue and purple flowers. It looks gorgeous. I haven't set my limiter today. Let's set my limiter. I don't want to inadvertently be breaking the speed limit. 60 kilometres an hour, that's set.
Turn left after 300 metres and follow
Park Terrace, yes, I remember that one.
Please
You have to
turn
go
left
through
left.
the cycle route. There we go. So I was going to go to the pie shop, you know, the drive-through Cornish pasty place, but I've said to Ryan I'm going to get there a little bit early because him and Emma are at work tomorrow. So he doesn't want me hanging around there until 11, 12 o'clock at night, so I'm going to leave early today. So I'm going to get there early and leave early, and it'll be an early lunch, and see what it's like. You know, when I've finished with Ryan and Emma, I might stay in the local area, have a wander around, go to the beach, see what the beach is like at night. Jack Trucks, never heard of them before. There goes me. Canisters in the boot. So I've had a busy old day in the city and I'm absolutely shattered. Okay, so I don't think I'll be too late to bed either again. Very warm. Jack four-wheel drive. I have never heard of one of those. Have you? JAC. Ram next to me has been rammed by the looks of things. It's all crunched in at the back.
Bear right after 300 metres and continue to follow Park Terrace.
That's the only thing about the limiter.
Please bend next right. Then take the second right turn.
It doesn't stop you going over the speed limit downhill. You've got to watch that. So we're coming up to the 7 News place.
Please turn next right.
Here, and then we'll go past the Adelaide Arena. I'm getting to know my bearings a little bit. That's a very posh Camry. An Audi Q2, only one of the sort of second Audis I've seen since I've been here. So tomorrow for breakfast I'm not going to have the pancakes, I'm probably going to have the toasty option. That's if I get up in time. It's served between 7 and 9. It got quite busy at about 7:15, so I'm going to go early, and then I'm going to head along the coast to the beach as early as possible. I'm going to Ryan's parents' house. They live in a place called Paradise. We'll see if it lives up to its name. So I'm going to see them. Really looking forward to that. Seeing Ryan's sister as well. Because obviously I've seen Ryan, I see my friend a lot more than I do them. I last saw him sort of August time, but I haven't seen his parents for 6 or 7 years. And his sister's got a baby now. So times have changed. Youngblood. Sold out. The Land of Promise pub. What a name. Toyota Camry RZ. I'm assuming that's a model as opposed to, you know, a trim level as opposed to a different model. It does look very similar to the Camry. There's 2 Camrys here. There's one there and one there. They look very similar, don't they? The RZ has got a black boot spoiler. It's got black alloys. It's got the RZ logo down the side. It's got silver boot garnish trim. Let me know in the comments down below. Z, is it a special model or is it trim level? I've had a good day today. I've had a very good day. I feel myself today. The past couple of days I've not been feeling great, not been feeling overly well. So today is the first day I've been feeling hunky and the dory. So good. I don't think I'm over my jet lag 100% yet, because I did wake up at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. But again, I did go to bed at 7. So if I tailor that now,
he says, then it should be okay. The Toyota Kluger Grande. Sounds like a coffee, doesn't it? I'll have a Kluger Grande, please, with an extra shot. I'm looking forward to seeing Billy. Excuse me, Crystal. Distinctive funerals. How would it be distinctive? Do you remember John's funeral? Yes, it was distinctive, wasn't it? Ryan did send me an advert for a Proton Jumbuck that is for sale locally at the moment. $695, so about £4,000. I was tempted to go and give it a test drive. I inquired with the seller, who has informed me that they're away for the Christmas period, because it's still Christmas really here. It's Christmas and New Year, obviously. So maybe they'll get back to me and I can test drive it before I go home. But if not, it would have been cool to have test drove a Jumbuck while I'm out here. Now, where is the drive-through Cornish? There it is. Price is fresh. Drive-through Cornish pasty, 7 days a week. I need to get there. Price is fresh. I hope the price is low. I hope it's fresh. Well, I hope my Cornish pasty fresh. Holden SS V6. That looked tasty. That looked really smart. There is quite a big car scene here in Australia. I'm sticking to the middle lane and everyone's sort of getting a bit grumpy with me, I think. But I'm doing the speed limit. I'm doing 60. What more do you want? Hungry Jacks. Oh, that looked like an insignia, didn't it? 149.9 or 152.2. Guessing the difference between the unleaded here is the same as ours. You've got sort of normal unleaded and super unleaded. Aussie tyres, spelt with an O, as in Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, take a look at this. I've got a Celica behind me as well. That's smart. Look at this, look. Holden SS. I think that says V6. It might not say V6. I like that. I like the Holden badge too. I think it's a lion. I'm seeing a lot of these Havals. I'm guessing they're like a mild hybrid EV thing. I don't think they're fully EV. Oh, there's a very beat up Yaris next to me. The VVTi. Oh, it's not a Yaris. It's a Corolla. Looks like a Yaris. This aircon needs to do a bit better today. It's not coping with the 36 degrees. Do better, please, aircon. Now, what is that behind me? Is that a Haval? Looks like a KGM Tivoli. If I'm honest, I know that that's not what it is. That's what it looks like. This AC is struggling. I could do with that not being broken. Yeah, Subaru WRX. The lights out there, that threw me. Got a Toyota dealership on my right. Here's the stretch limo place from yesterday. I thought there was a pink stretched Hummer out the front, and it was just a picture. A cemetery. All the
Prepare to
stone.
bear left soon.
Very new.
Bear left after 400 metres and follow
Old Port Road. I'll take my horse to the Old Port Road.
Bear left after 100 metres.
Oh, well, it's not bearing left, madam, is it? It's just carrying on straight, just not going right. Avoid using noisy exhaust braking, it said. Whatever that means. One thing I love about South Australia and the homes is the architecture. I can't describe the style of architecture. It's like mainly bungalows, brick walls with railings, and then curved railings all around the outside and porches. Kia Rio could have ended up with one of those. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I got my Suzuki. Honda Marine. Get a blooming Honda boat engine. Big Shed Brewing. I am enjoying driving in Australia. Whether or not I'll be saying that by the end of week 3, when I've driven a long way. But so far, so good. Obviously, all I've been doing is city driving. I feel a lot more confident driving in Australia this time round than I did when I last came. Obviously, I've had another 6 or 7 years of driving experience. I have advanced driver training now, and last time it was different, I think, in that the weather was different, but I really struggled to see the road markings and understand everything. Now I've done my research a bit better. Now I understand it a little bit better. Now I'm more mature, and I haven't had a bad experience this time around yet, because my bad experience driving last time was on day 1, and it really threw at me. Really knocked my confidence for the rest of my
Bear
trip.
left after 300 metres and follow Bow Road.
And I was on a massive budget. I couldn't afford hardly to eat when I was out here. So I didn't want to have to put petrol in. That was another factor of not using the car when I was last here. I was living off $2 noodles.
Prepare to turn right soon. Turn right after 300 metres and follow Causeway Road.
It took me off my limiter there for some reason. I think that's because I absolutely floored it.
Please turn next right.
Now, why did it do that? Still got the limiter set. How unusual. Hold and ute. You know, I have to say it. If I moved out here, if I lived in Australia, I'd have to drive a jumbuck. I'd have to have a Proton pickup. It would be very useful. It wouldn't be very well powered in comparison to a V6 Holden or the Ford Falcon, but I'd be still driving a Proton. Is that a Ford Belmont or something that we've just gone past? Or Fairmont, maybe? Is that what it is? I don't know. I'm not a Ford person. Mitsubishi Lancer, I know them.
Prepare to turn right soon.
Onto the A16 Semaphore Road, yeah. Okay, so I know where I am now. This is the train tracks that we crossed in the previous video.
Turn
That
right after 300 metres and follow Semaphore Road.
is where Ryan lives. So, it's going to try and take me somewhere else now, and we're not going to listen to it. We're going to go this way,
Please
off the
turn next
A16.
right,
Yep.
then take the second left turn.
I'm not going to do that, madam. You're going to hate me, but I'm not going to do that. So if you've been watching the videos, this is where we saw the Nissan Cube. This is where Billy sat nicely with his hat on. This is where we saw the train. We're going to go past Coz Auto Repair. Coz Auto Repair? Coz. I'm saying Coz, but it's not, is it? Coz Auto Repairs. There it is.
Please turn next left.
Nope, that's not the way I'm going, madam.
Left after.
One thing we probably should, according to the highway code in the UK, do is drive and park facing the way of the traffic, the direction of the traffic. We don't do that, do we? So I've gone in the other way and parked, or I'm going to park, the correct way. Someone's parked in my spot. I'm going to have to park on this corner behind this Pajero. That'll do for me. We're here. Good. 26 minutes that took. Thumbs up for the Autoplat Louvres. Beer o'clock. Cheers. So it's nearly 7 PM and I'm laid on the beach. What a beautiful evening. Ryan and his girlfriend are over there. They're going for a swim. I'm just on the beach. 36 degrees still, 7 o'clock. This, by the way, Victorian Bathing House, which is now a pub. That's where we've just been for a drink. I'm going in the sea. That's where I'm going for a swim. Yeah, I've got my shorts on. I'm going in the sea. Why not? If I was at Mablethorpe with Dad, probably I wouldn't be going in the sea. But for the sake of this video and for the sake of being at the beach, we've got to go in, right? I wonder how cold it's going to be. It's quite seaweedy, but only there. The water is incredibly warm. Absolutely stunning. There's the jetty that we saw in the previous video. Here's me in the sea. Obviously ocean, not the sea, isn't it? And Ryan and Emma are over there, getting dry. Making sure there's no sharks around. But I am having a good old swim, kind of. It's lovely and warm. It's ever so warm. And now, like a poor man's Daniel Craig, I'm going to emerge from the sea. That was a good little swim, to be fair. I enjoyed it. Fish and chips by the beach with chicken salt, not salt and vinegar. Back again with the Swedish tarts. Look at the size of this BYD truck. Awesome. And done for the day. What a day. Back home now. I'm not going to film this journey, to be honest with you. But yeah, all done. Back to my hotel. Managed to get parked, got the last free parking space. Good news. What a busy day. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit down. Yeah, busy day. Up early for breakfast. In fact, I got up really early, 7 or 8 o'clock.
breakfast time, went into town, that nearly took it out of me, and then went to the beach, had a swim, had fish and chips. Good day. Tomorrow is going to be an absolute scorcher, like 42 degrees. I'm probably just going to wake up and want to do nothing. My plan is I'm seeing my friend's parents. They've got a swimming pool, so I'll be going there for about 5 PM, having some dinner or whatever. So my plan is tomorrow to do sort of the coast. There's a place called Henley Beach, Glenelg, Hallett Cove Boardwalk and Port Noarlunga, which are all along sort of the coast down towards my friend's parents' house. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below. It was mainly me sightseeing in Adelaide, wasn't it? We haven't seen many cars. What are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to driving that Great Ocean Road with you guys. But at the moment, I'm exploring the city, catching up with friends. Got some good stuff planned. Comment, like, subscribe, hype if you can do. The hypes really help, by the way. And I'm going to go and get this salt off me because I'm all salty, my skin's all dry and I need a drink. I am starting to get dehydrated, so I need to get more water down me. Anyway, till next time, have a great day. Thanks for watching. See you later. Okay, so breakfast time. Absolutely no idea what to expect, to be honest with you. It's cost me, oh, that's echoey. An extra sort of £6 a night, so I'm not too sure. But we'll soon find out. Thanks for watching this latest video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, I've selected a couple more videos for you, especially on this page. You might enjoy those, and don't forget to subscribe to always keep up to date with the channel.